I don't want to underestimate to our viewers that, or where.
Okay, we're going to get out of the street here because they're trying to open York Road up now.
But I don't want to underestimate the power it took for this man to get into our station. Like the front isn't just a double door. We have a glass vestibule that sticks out, and he went through that glass vestibule that has two other double doors. So he really had to ram that thing. I mean, last count was 5 times, and it was the last 3 times I was standing next to you at our newsroom doors.
We felt the thump, and we're going, what in the world
here? He's not going to be able to get through all that glass. There's no way. What you're thinking, right? Because you're connected from what's actually happening. And then when he busted through, and I saw the car, I saw the truck in our lobby, I was like, it's time to go.
Had he made a right turn into the newsroom?
Who knows?
But he went upstairs?
Yeah, he ran upstairs. You know, at some point we thought he was armed, but it turns out he wasn't. But I mean, what a day.
Our general manager, Bill Hooper, was upstairs, and he was locked inside his office and knew there was somebody on the loose.
Yeah.
Police knocked on the door, and he said he opened up the door, and they weren't fooling around.
Jeez. And I'll tell you, one of our IT guys, our new IT guy, Nick, was in the basement this whole time, had no idea anything was going on. He said, I saw him, he came to the Marriott, and I was like, oh my God, you're safe. Gave him a big hug, and he's like, I said, what happened? He's like, I was there the whole time. I was blasting my music, you know, just hanging out, getting my work done or whatever, because our IT office is in the basement, pretty much away from everything else. I was like, how did you, you know, apparently Baltimore County Police were able to work with him in the building to get him out at some point, but he was actually an asset for them, as they said. So just incredible. It's an incredible day. But it's not often that we are the story, right, sir?
Right, no. There are 3 stories to this building that goes back to 1961. You got the base. Our trucks are live trucks and our vehicles, and then the second floor it's sales and the newsroom, and then up on the top floor it's really the general office.
Yeah, creative services, general manager's office.
And here comes the suspect. They're taking away the suspect right now.
Are you rolling in your camera, Tony?
Man, what a feeling that is. The man that kind of destroyed our... We're trying to make a living. The man's being led away with mental health issues, going to be checked out right now.
I mean, he did have the wherewithal to answer one of our employees' cell phones. Up in accounting, Jeannie's husband called, and he answered her phone and said, who it... And then he also did it when Tom Bofeld, our accounting department, as well. He staked out in the offices upstairs, just kind of roaming the building.
It's an amazing thing how the people upstairs got by this guy, and police were up there, and we have a back entrance, and that's where everybody just poured out of that back entrance.
Everybody got out quickly. Everybody got out safely. By the time I arrived here, you guys were all in the front of St. Pius Church, just waiting. I know we have some video, and we had an evacuation in place. That's what Lamont's telling us, practicing drills to get people out of the building safely. You were
Just
here.
did it.
Because you don't think something like this is going to happen, but it does. Kelly Gruff, our news director.
All right, I'm going to tell you.
Be on TV.
Yeah, you're tough. Listen, what you did today, you saved lives. We'll get to that in a moment. But first, tell me the story, where you were. You were walking through the lobby and you saw him.
I was going to the restroom, and I saw him in the lobby, and the front desk was doing their job, telling him to stay put. He couldn't come in because he didn't have an appointment, and that's the rule. That's what we practice. And then as I was coming back through, I heard somebody yell, he's coming through. So the only way back to the newsroom is to the lobby. So I ran over to the lobby door to the newsroom, and he came driving through. Now, luckily he didn't make it through on his first pass. He had to go a couple of times, so I got into the newsroom. First I told everybody to go into my office, and then when he rammed the wall, I was like, okay, everybody get out, let's go. But we practice it, we do these drills, and everybody went to the back parking lot where they're supposed to go. So
Anita said she saw anger in the guy. Did you see the same?
you know, when I walked out into the lobby, it had already started, and so our general manager had said, you know what, everybody stop looking at him, just go about your business. So I did. And then I came back. She'd already called point in time, you know, because he wasn't leaving. Before he ever even rammed, she had called police. So,
But he rammed it at least 5 times, and you're thinking, this guy can't be coming through.
once I saw the second time, I stopped thinking about that guy because we had a newsroom full of people, so we had to get out of the building. And everybody, sales went out, everybody went running.
When you saw him go by in the ambo right now, what was going on through your head?
It's been a heck of a day. And, you know, I love the land, I love the station, and we're good people, and we didn't deserve to go through this.
Pardon me. With Anita and with Kelly telling us to get out, it saved our lives. It's as simple as that. I know we practice it. And if I can bring another employee, come on, everybody else.
Hey guys, walk and talk across the
All right, we're going to do that.
so we
Let's
can
go.
start making our way back to
Again,
the station.
we want to thank
No, at
the
least
Phoenix
3 grand.
for beaming us back to Baltimore here. I don't know how they're doing it, but they're doing it. This is York Road. That's place. All right, this is York Road. Now, it has been shut down all the way, I'm saying about all the way up to Towson University, all the way down to the city line. It has been shut down because we didn't know what this man had inside the building at the time. And it comes to find out he had a golf club, but still weapon. Nearby St. Pius. The employees here at Channel 2 ran right next door to tell St. Pius not to come outside and to stay put. So this man swiped this truck all the way up on the Beltway, came down south on York Road here, and we can travel right up here. Look, the St. Pius Carnival's coming up. It's long been funny that the carnival, every time the carnival has a carnival here at St. Pius, it's always on Preakness weekend, and it always rains on them, at least one of those 3 days that they have it. There's the carnival coming up, and they just put this Cub Scouts a couple of days ago. There are all the employee cars that are parked up in time. We'll show you all this as we come here. The alarm is still going off. You believe that? You can hear the alarm in the distance. Again, this is the flagpole that the Cub Scouts put up, and Baltimore County Police did a heck of a job. They were here quickly for us. They escorted us into the back parking lot, and then they took us behind the school, behind the brick structure of St. Pius to make sure that we were safe. They gave us water, and this is going to be emotional. Coming around this corner, we work. It was attacked today. Let's walk right on up. This is where the car came. And I don't know whether he must have gone this way to the left. But you can see that the front lobby here is torn up. You can see police still inside. I mean, this was a big glass structure that kind of protruded outside here, several feet. The alarm on the side of the building is still going off, and you can see some of the mangled metal right in front there. You don't see that truck, do you? That truck is buried inside the lobby. And again, police are still here. These are the employee cars that are parked and have been parked since midday, and they haven't budged. Can't get to them. You can see upstairs. Upstairs are the general offices here, the general manager, the human resources, a couple of editing suites, and that's where he was found, up in that part. And then down below, the nearest part to you here is the sales division, and then right across the way, that is where you'll find the new. Anita had enough sense to get up booth and just tell everybody to get out.
Jamie, you've been here more than 20 years. Ever in your wildest dreams would you have imagined something like this happening here?
I can't believe we had a pond. There was a big pond. Bill Fink's over here, a photographer with us. He remembers it. Who else is there? Lamont remembers it. And we had a big pond that was stocked with fish. And he used to come and sit down. It was real nice and rolling water here. And then they removed that a couple of years after I was there. But this is just, it's an old building since 1961, and it's unbelievable.
And on Facebook pages today, I mean, is this a sign of the times? What have we come to? That someone would ram a truck through a place where people were working and also threaten harm.
I want to, Tony, if you could turn around there. You see the railing? That's what, the other side of the railing must be gone, right?
Yeah,
Right?
like it is, yeah.
It's right over the bike.
Okay, there it is. Okay, you see that? So that's what, so the officer walking down there, that's one of the wheelchair ramps. So he went right up the middle, right up the middle. And there's steps, and they're about 4 inches deep, right? 4 inches deep, there's at least 1, 2, 3 levels. So he had to, Anita said, our security guard said, he went up once, came back, went up twice, couldn't get in, and then the third time, boom, he's in.
Determined to get inside the building, obviously, at all cost. And police